Good afternoon. My name is Sebastian Koji, and today we'll be covering special needs group and disasters. To understand what we're going to be talking about later on in the presentation, we first have to understand what is special needs. Well, special needs are the individualized care that a person with a disability, whether physical, mental, behavioral, emotional, or with learning disabilities. Example of these special needs are the elderly, like senior citizens that can't move on their own, can't feed themselves on their own, people with ADHD that can't focus on a certain thing, people with epilepsy, the blind, the deaf, and those that suffer from intellectual disabilities. Now, how does FEMA classify special needs? Well, FEMA puts them in a population, aka the special needs population, and those are members who may have additional needs before, during, and after an incident in functional areas, including but not limited to maintaining independence, communication, transportation, supervision, and medical care. Now, how do people prepare for disasters with those who have special needs? Well, FEMA and many organizations that deal with disasters, such as the CDC, have their own guidelines that help one understand what is needed to be done to care for this individual appropriately, be it one of people with special needs. These guidelines could be found on the organization's websites, and they give brief steps on how to handle all types of disasters with the people that suffer from special needs. Well, now the steps for preparing for disasters. First step is getting informed. You always want to contact your local emergency management office or American Red Cross chapter to gather information that you will need to create a plan. Step number 2 is make a plan. Because a disaster can disrupt your primary emergency plan, it is always important for you to develop a backup plan to ensure your safety. Your safety is never guaranteed, and you have to prepare for the worst. So that's why making a plan helps out. After that, you have to assemble a disaster supplies kit. A disaster supplies kit is a collection of basic items a family would probably need to stay safe and be more comfortable during and after a disaster. For example, I live in South Florida and many hurricanes come by. My grandpa that used to live with us was diabetic, so he always needs to have his injections cold. So we'd have a cooler with ice on the side, just in case things come to worst. We could always be there to help him. And number 4 is always maintain your plan. Changing plans isn't going to help you in the long run, so always make sure to stick to your plan and don't guide away from it. Now, we learned in the textbook that each community must assess its own population to determine what access and functional needs exist and how those needs may be addressed in an emergency plan if it is to adequately protect all the community citizens equally. So every community has their own plan for the civilians. Now, planning after the aftermath is having the immediate communication with people that can take care of those with special needs, be it doctors, psychiatrists, caretakers, and executing those plans immediately to make sure that your loved one or people that you know with special needs are taken care of immediately. I hope you guys learned a lot about special needs groups and disasters. Thank you.